started here with the thing that I want to play, or actually happened this past week. That
22nd, 2025. I am your host here, Nordic 97, joined with LeBlanc James. LeBlanc, how are we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good today. It was a good day.
Good to hear. Good to hear. We also have producer Tim here. Tim, how we doing?
Doing good. It's a good hockey day for me. That's it.
That's good
Hockey
for you.
only.
That's good for you. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about here today regarding some news around the National Hockey League. Starting off with the news that happened the day after we recorded. And the funny thing is we talked about it possibly happening the day before we recorded it. Like, literally, it's insane. Kevyn Adams was fired as Buffalo's general manager, and Jarmo Kekalainen is taking over. Very interesting move. The Sabres, since that move, it happened again a week ago, they've been very good. They're 3-0. They've won 6 games in a row, I believe, or they're 6 of their last 7.
It's 6 games in a row, yeah.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They've started to pick up some wins here, and it's been fun to watch. But Adams is gone. Kekalainen is in. What do you guys think?
So I think they're playing better because now don't quote me on this. Kekalainen is scary. Kekalainen just breathes aura of win or else.
Mark.
But I'm not gonna lie. When we talked about this, we mentioned this last week, and I'm like, there's no way Buffalo's been doing this Kevyn Adams thing for so long. There's no way they're gonna just like in the middle of December. Oh, we'll make a change now after all that's happened.
Yeah,
I thought it would be an off-season thing, but I guess since there's no way he didn't just go to ownership like I can do a better job. Some voodoo, some voodoo.
So I think Kekalainen is an upgrade. I think but I also will say this: I think it's very hard for it to not be an upgrade over Kevyn Adams. I just want to say that. I think he is an upgrade, but almost anything would have been an upgrade over Adams.
I think the three of us together would have been an upgrade over Kevyn Adams.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But, I think, Adams, literally before he was working for the Sabres as a GM, he was coaching the youth team. And he did a very good job at that. But why the hell are we making the youth coach of the Buffalo Junior Sabres, which probably were better than the regular Sabres? Why are we making him the GM? And I liked Adams for the first 2 years because after that, year they had in 21-22 and then 22-23, you're like, hey, maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel here. And then all of a sudden we're 3 seasons later and they still haven't made the playoffs. And they look worse off than they were in that year where they were just barely missing. I wasn't big on this team. With Kekalainen coming in, though, I will not deny that he did nothing in Columbus. But he did have better moves than Adams did. He made good deals with Artemi Panarin, Brandon Saad. He turned Ryan Johansson into Seth Jones. He did a lot of good moves when he was in Columbus. They never really did anything, though. That's the problem. But they made the playoffs. And I think that's a step in the right direction for the Sabres. But at least they're getting experience. That's my biggest thing with this.
Yeah, you get a guy who's proven at least something at the NHL level as a GM instead of some guy who's buddy-buddy with Pagulas. I think that's the biggest thing. You get some proven leadership out of your GM. Experience definitely always goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. I think, again, you look at when you bring somebody who has experience and is an actual hockey general manager and has been in the field for a long time. I don't know how long he was there with the Blue Jackets, but it was definitely longer than Kevyn Adams' tenure. I will tell you that much.
Yeah.
I like how, he's bringing in new guys, and he said in his presser, he's like, we're going to take this seriously. Nobody is safe. He's bringing in the guys that he had in Columbus. He brought in Mark Bergevin, which, so scary, Mark Bergevin. But regardless of that, I think, again, it's a step up from Kevyn Adams. It's a step up from the team they had. Honestly, I think that they are going to be better here down the stretch. And playoffs aren't that far out of the question. I'm not that dumb. I'm not going to say they're going to make the playoffs. But, they've been good recently. There's a chance they finish better than where they are right now.
Yeah. I want to say this. Kevyn Adams wasn't just like I thought when I read out Kevyn Adams was gone. I thought, oh, he was fired via promotion. No, he's like out of the organization completely.
Yes, he is out of the organization.
They're
not Seattle fun. So.
One thing I will say is like they hired Kekalainen in May to be an advisor, a senior advisor, not any like assistant like GM, nothing. Just like it's an advisor. You know what? That's the guy I want. It's the equivalent of the Sens when they had Martin as senior advisor, making him the GM halfway through the season.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think the expectation was when they hired him was to just be the GM in a couple months?
I don't think it was.
A couple months? No, I don't think they were expecting him to be like. I don't think they were expecting it to be this quick. Like, oh yeah, we hired you in May. You're going to be the senior advisor to Adams, and then it just gets to the point where you're still in the bottom of the East, and it's like, screw it, something's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I honestly how many coaches upgrade over Adams, but like, there's no question of that at all.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about this hire is that I think you replace the GM. The GMs want to bring in their own staff. Lindy Ruff, count your motherfucking days.
So it's not happening now. It's not happening tomorrow. They've won 6 games in a row. It's not happening.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying
it might not even happen until after the season's over.
That's what I mean, but still, count your motherfucking days.
I agree. I think change needs to be had there. A lot of people said Tortorella.
I was just about to bring that up. If Jarmo wants to bring in a guy to set a culture, dare I say John Tortorella?
No, this team's not good enough for Tortorella. It's just like the Flyers. They weren't good enough for Tortorella when he was hired. They wouldn't be good enough for him now. Like
he's familiar with Tortorella, though. He was the coach in Columbus when he was the GM.
Yeah, Jarmo's familiar with him. That's why.
That. Maybe he'll bring in Mike Babcock. Who knows?
Oh,
yeah. But again, I think this is an upgrade for sure. I don't really know if it happens this year, but I think Buffalo, their biggest issue hasn't necessarily been like tearing it down or anything like that. It's building it up, building this up. They have the young core in the future there. It's all about building this team up now. Yeah. And we'll see if they'll be able to do that here with Kekalainen. He did do a good job at points in Columbus to build that team up to a consistent playoff team. Were they more than that? No, but they were a consistent playoff team. So I will take them making the playoffs over them missing any day of the week. Like, I think anybody would rather that. I mean, unless you're the Leafs. I think anybody would rather making the playoffs. I think that's their expectation. You make the playoffs, you're a god in that city.
Yeah.
Like, you make the playoffs, you're a god in that city. Compared to the Bills standard, you win a Super Bowl, you're a god. You make the playoffs with the Sabres? Jesus. We'll see what happens there, of course, but
yeah, they make the playoffs. I'm expecting a statue.
No, honestly though, you're not. I don't think you're that far off. Obviously, it's not. We're joking.
It's not that serious, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
This the pressure there is so low.
Yeah, the bar is so low to this point. You could get 95 points and they'd be happy.
I was gonna say
there's no pressure there.
I'd say the bar is low. The pressure's up there though. The bar is low.
The bar is low. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think pressure is high.
Yeah, the bar is low.
Yeah, for sure. So
that's like me saying there's no pressure in Detroit.
Yeah, we know there's a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, so exactly, but Buffalo's still a hockey market. It's still a pretty good hockey. I remember when the Sabres were actually making the playoffs and were actually good. That city was electric.
The Ryan Miller days.
You want to know the last time they made it? I was 4 years old.
Yeah, that makes you feel so fucking old.
Anyway, so Kevyn Adams is gone. Kekalainen is in. We'll see how that goes on here moving forward. Okay, we got a trade to announce here. 2 of them between the Montreal Canadiens and the LA Kings. The Montreal Canadiens acquired Philip Denault from the Kings in exchange for a 2026 second-round pick, which belongs to Columbus. So essentially, they traded Jordan Harris for Denault. I don't for Laine and Denault is what people were saying on the internet. But regardless, what do you guys think of this? Before I say mine,
I'm gonna say this quote for the next trade, but this trade I get Montreal had center depth problems. I really do get that. But Philip to know who they are familiar with, I get that part too. This is such an overpay. This second round pick might be top 40. Like, genuinely. Columbus is second, and I get that it's still a long way to go in the East is a cluster right now. But this could be a top 40 pick for Philip Deneau, who is on a not great contract.
They're last, no? The Blue Jackets?
Yes, they're last in the East.
Or they're second last? Toronto's down there with them.
Last by a point in the East.
Yeah, for me, Denault obviously signed that contract with LA. I'm just pulling up his deal here really quick. So he signed a 6-year deal with LA. We knew that deal in the tail end would be pretty bad. He's got a year left after this year at $5.5 million. Look, I think Denault could find his offense in Montreal. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest with you, I like him way, way better than what they had at their previous center position.
Yeah, no, it's an upgrade for sure. I'm not saying it's not an upgrade. I'm saying that they paid too much to get him, though.
Yeah, he'll be a good defensive player, too. Like, his defensive metrics aren't that bad. A second-round pick for him is a little bit interesting. But, like, again, like, when you're trying to make the playoffs like Montreal, who cares? And it's not even their own second. But I'm not going to deny that it's a little bit of an overpay. Like, I would not pay a second for a guy with 5 assists in this season. I would not do that.
Mm-hmm.
He had 8 goals last year, by the way. Like I think again, a lot of that is Jim Hiller being just a horrible general manager.
Well, Philip Deneau is known more for his defense than he is for his offense.
Yeah, but he did have some good, consistent 20 goal seasons in Montreal when he was there. And then Jim Hiller comes in, and all of a sudden it's just offensive production, just like.
Well, we know Jim Hiller is a domestic terrorist.
Yeah,
Figuratively.
Yes, figuratively. But again, like it's a little bit of a weird one. He's 32. I mean, there's some risk to it. What if he doesn't perform, and then there you go, you're out of a second. But it wasn't their second, so I guess it is what it is. I mean, like, they wanted a second line center. I feel like this actually could be cheaper than what they would have gotten if they tried to get someone else. So I don't know. Like I don't know the market. The market could be more than a second for other guys. Tim, what do you think? You haven't really said anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's something. That's one way to put it. It's something. Like, Deneau, 32. As you said, he's 32. So it's not like you're getting a younger guy. And like James said, they have the familiarity with it. But I feel like the biggest thing that I saw, just asset management wise, I feel like you might have been able to do this for cheaper. Maybe third and a fourth or something, instead of giving up a second, which, looking at things early on in the year, by all means, that could be a very early second, and you could probably get a really good player out of that pick. Instead, you get it for a 32-year-old on a not-so-great contract.
Yeah, it's a draft pick that isn't theirs, but it will be better than theirs, unless Montreal just loses 30 games in a row. Like, I don't see Montreal being worse than Columbus at the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you gave up the better of the 2 second-round picks you have, and by all means, it didn't seem worth it. Just,
yeah.
If you're getting a guy like that just for his defense, there are better defensive specialists out there you could get for a lot cheaper.
I agree.
And a better contract too. A lot of the defensive specialists don't make over like $4 million.
That's also true. The other trade, Mason Marchment to Columbus in exchange for a 2027 second and a 2026 fourth. This broke at like 12 a.m. because of the roster freeze that's underway now, which, thank God, I can sleep. That 2026 fourth is originally from the Rangers, so I don't know why my throat's cutting out. I do want to say this, though. It's good management by Seattle, and you guys know us. Me and LeBlanc, we've been doing this pod for 2 years. We're very critical of the Kraken. We've been very critical of the Kraken. LeBlanc, say the word.
Draft a defenseman!
Yes, exactly. That was like our go-to thing for forever. But the Kraken traded a third and a fourth for Marchment, and they acquired a fourth and a second. I think that's pretty good asset management by the Kraken.
Very good asset management by Seattle, especially since they got Marchment for a lot less.
Yeah, exactly.
But on Columbus, I'm going to say this now. In the words of DJ Khaled, what the fuck is we doing? We are last in the East. Why are we trading a second and a fourth, 2 draft picks that could turn into something for Marchment, who's on an expiring deal? And you might, honestly, they might flip Marchment at the deadline.
Yeah, they might, actually.
So it's a little weird. I mean, like, I feel like you could have gotten Marchment for so much less.
Yeah.
Why are we offering a second-round pick for Mason Marchment? It's a 2027 second. So I'm going to say that. Like, the second's next year. That doesn't mean they won't be good next. They won't be bad next year, though.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
For me, so look, I see the vision behind this deal. I see the vision. I see what Don Waddell and his little crystal ball, what he's trying to do. So I'm going to go back to Buffalo, and maybe you can even refer this to Montreal. Do you guys remember when they traded J.J. Peterka for Josh Doan and Kesselring?
Yes.
I remember that very well. The point of that deal was for Buffalo to get guys that would help the team out right now and not in the future. But here's the thing. Those guys were good assets, and they've actually been doing pretty decent in Buffalo, but they gave up way too much for those 2 guys. This is an instance of that. Just without NHL guys currently.
Yeah.
Like, I think Marchment's an okay player. He has 13 points in 29 games played. He actually scored in his Columbus debut, and I'm streaming him tomorrow, so, like, he's probably going to score again. But Mason Marchment's been, like, a good ad for them. He's a good, like, 45-point scorer. The last couple of years in Dallas, he put up good numbers. But, again, it was on Dallas. So, like, I really don't know how those numbers convert. I mean, like, 13 points, 29 games. So he's not a bad, like, bottom sixer, but a second-round pick for him. Like, I mean, like, again, like, maybe we're complaining too much about it. But, like, I don't see the point in making that move. And you might even flip him. Unless if you're confident you can flip him for a better pick or somebody who's better than that. Why are you making this deal? He's also in the last year of that contract, too.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense to me. Like I said, I mean, I guess you could flip him for a better return, or you could sign him. But yeah, the other thing that this might allude to me is that maybe, just maybe, it's a seller's market.
Oh, if it's a seller's market, then of course my teams are doing good.
Yeah, of course. The year I need, my team's doing decently. Yeah, it's a. Well, why was it a seller's market? We know when my team was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Why are there so? Yeah, I mean, I will say this. It actually does seem kind of accurate because there's not a lot of sellers, at least right now, especially in the Eastern Conference. Like, you look at, and this could convert into our next topic, but like, go look at the standings right now. Go look at the bottom of the NHL. Who are the teams in this league that you consider like real sellers right now? Like legitimate real sellers.
Nashville.
Maybe 3. I can
Nashville.
name maybe 3.
Yeah,
Nashville, yes.
Nashville, Vancouver's already proven that they are going to sell.
Nashville, Vancouver, Calgary. That it?
Calgary's good though now. So like Calgary's been doing.
Yeah, Calgary starting to win games, which is very,
Calgary's 3-1 in their last 10 games.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Seattle's a seller as well because they just sold Marchment. So,
like, there's not a lot of sellers. So you're probably right. I think people need to realize that, and I feel like we're in a league where it's so competitive at this point. There's very little teams that are selling. Like, we might see some teams, and especially because it's like a trade market. You could get a haul for some of these guys. Like you saw Nelson's return last year. The only thing with that, though, and I am opening this discussion. With the removal of the LTIR in the playoffs, I really do think it's going to affect trades.
Oh, 100%.
And I think it's going to affect trades negatively in a sense where we might have less trades.
Yeah.
Because now you can't use the LTIR thing with guys. You can't be like, oh, they're not playing right now, but it's okay because, they're
in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that anymore.
There's no cap space in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that's the problem with me. But seeing that this is the return for him, and I know we're in December, but seeing that, in my eyes, I think we're going to see a real seller's market here. So I agree with LeBlanc's sentiment there.
I do want to say, though, that I know right now might not be a big seller's market, but once we get closer to the deadline, and I'm sure, and we're going to do our next topic here, that some of these teams are going to fizzle out and some are going to skyrocket. There's going to be separation happening, hopefully, within the next month. Because if not, it's going to be a real. There's no separation. The trade deadline is going to be It might be the most interesting trade deadline of all time. Not going to lie to you.
I hope there's some separation, especially in the East. God, the fact that it's a 10-point swing, it's only 10 points between the second place team, which is the Wings right now, and the 15th place team, which is the Leafs. Like, it's 10 points separating what? 13 teams?
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, that's ridiculous.
So we're going to get into that.
Are over 500.
Yeah, so we're just going to hop into that now. We wanted to talk about like the league as itself because we're at Christmas. When you guys see this, it'll be the 22nd. We won't record again until the following Monday, most likely.
Yeah.
So we wanted to look at the standings here at Christmas. First off, is your guys' NHL app working? I can't load it for some
I had to switch over to ESPN because I was on the standings just we were about to do this, and it's like, oh no, screw you. I'm like, all right, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking up.
It's working for me right now.
Give me a second. Yeah, the NHL app is like not being nice tonight. All right, the NHL standings. Jesus Christ. As of right now. So let's look at this by the conference. Do you want to start out with the East or do you want to start out with the West?
East. Let's just do the East. Let's get it over with because it's literally. It is. I'm gonna say this right now. It's a clusterfuck.
Yes,
yeah, pretty much.
So you look at the top teams. Carolina leads the Eastern Conference right now, 47 points in 35 games played. The last place team is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They have 34 points in 35 games played. What do you guys notice about all of these teams? All 16 of them, except for one, 15 of them. What about their record is in common to you?
They're all above 500.
500 or above, yes.
Yeah. Good God.
And by the way, Columbus is a game below 500. They're not like miles below. They're only a game below.
This is never. I can't tell you a time where this has happened when we're basically at Christmas. Every team is either at 500 or they're just below 500. Usually there's teams that are like majorly below 500 and then there's some that are majorly above. We're like usually it's like this, like up, down, up, down. Now it's like.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's such a mess, honestly. Yeah, like Jesus, like, and a lot of it is like, a lot of these teams are winning games and, they're staying in the hunt. No team has really fallen back. Like every team has stayed with it. Like it's insane because you look at the Atlantic and you even look at the Metro. Like you win a game, you're first. You lose a game, you're fifth. Like Ottawa is sixth in the division. They're only 5 points back of Detroit. Like they could win 2 games and they're a point back.
And Detroit's played 2 more games than Ottawa. So technically.
Oh, hey, that could happen. That could happen, actually.
Like, this is, like, I think the Atlantic specifically, like, I'm going to tell you this right. I'm going to just read these standings off real quick. Detroit, 45 points in 37 games. Montreal, 43 points in 36 games. Tampa, 41 points in 35 games. Boston, 41 points in 37 games. Florida, 40 points in 35 games. Ottawa, 40 points in 35 games. Toronto, 35 points in 35 games.
Yes. So, it's actually insane. Would you guys say that this is the Atlantic, like that's how it is because all these teams are good or just because of how weak this division? Is it?
I think it's because
they're good or because how they're bad?
I think it's because there's no legit team in the Atlantic division that, like, they all beat each other up every year. And that's happening right now. And
I want to get back to a point that
that's cool. That's cool.
It just hit my head. So, like, it was a point John Cooper made like 2-3 years ago. He said at some point the teams at the top and the teams at the bottom are all they're either the teams at the top are gonna fall off, and the teams at the bottom are gonna keep getting better. And at some point you're just gonna have a mushy middle. And where everything's going to be within like 2-3 games of each other. I think we finally hit that.
So we're in the mushy middle. Well, I mean, like, yeah, Detroit is better. Montreal is better. Ottawa is better. Buffalo's better. Toronto seems like they're worse. Tampa Bay seems like the Tampa Bay is still good, but
Tampa Bay they had a better point percentage last year, so I'm going to say they're worse.
Florida's gotten worse, but that's just because of injuries.
How long until you blame it on injuries, though? Because Florida, like, they're not even that bad with the injuries. Like, they're still a really good team.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't want to make this a Florida discussion. But, like, yeah, like, I think, again, like, we are in that mushy middle. I kind of agree with Tim on that front. Zooming over to the Metro.
Well,
Sorry, you have one more
I was
thing?
going to say one thing about the Eastern Conference in general before we move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say this right now. If you look at the points right now in the East, every team above Pittsburgh right now would be in a playoff spot there in the Western Conference.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God.
I want to convert over to the Metro, though, really quick before we go.
Yeah,
over
go
to
ahead.
the West. Carolina running away with things. They're 4 points ahead of Washington with games in hand. I think Carolina has that division in the bag. I can't see a world where it's not. But there are two specific teams that have just, like, surprised this season. The Islanders and the Flyers. They were some of the worst teams last year, and they've started to be good again. And it's making the Metro an absolute bloodbath, too. So I think Pittsburgh's fallen out of it. Did they win today?
They
Yes.
wanted a shootout.
Oh, they wanted a shootout, so they finally won today. But they had lost 8 games in a row prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're done for. The Blue Jackets have 34 points. They're like 17 points back of Carolina already. That's not math. Never mind. They're already 7 points back.
13
They're 13
points.
points back. They just have not been. They have not been good. Again, I think like the Blue Jackets, they're kind of falling off the wagon a little bit. Then there's the whole middle. Like it's so. This whole conference is just insane. But I want you guys to go look at the league as a whole. Go look at the league standings as a whole right now. Tell me the first, second, and third place teams
They're all in the Central Division.
In the league. Name them.
Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota.
Dude. You're telling me the Wild are going to be third in the NHL, and you're like, congratulations, you have to play Dallas. Woohoo! And Minnesota, their drought extends to 11.
I mean, and that's also like a punishment for Dallas. Congratulations, you finished second in the NHL. Your reward. Face the third best team in the NHL.
This is why, and when it came out so much, almost 10 years ago now, we said this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea because, but it creates rivalries. I don't want to see any more rivalries. I'm so sick of it. Like, can we please go back to 1v8? That creates new rivalries. That creates new parity around the league that you play other people. I don't want to see Minnesota play Dallas again. I don't want to see Edmonton play LA again. Like, I'm just so done with this shit.
I am so sick
Boston
of
again. Well, that one I actually do want to see again.
Like, the fact that Minnesota is going to have to they don't get to host they don't get any home playoff games to start out their playoff series, and they're third in the league. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke.
We're at Christmas. That could change.
Yes, yes.
You could put that in any other perspective too. Like the Stars could be third in the league. Like it's insane. Like why? Like this 1v8 system is like it would be the best thing for this league. I understand that if you were to do that right now, or maybe at the end of the season, there would only be like a handful of Atlantic teams in the playoffs. There'd be 3 Atlantic teams in the playoffs when I look at the standings right now. But like, if that's the road we need to go down it. Like I'm tired. Like these teams that are like the top of the NHL, and they have to play they have to start on the road just because they weren't good. Like that's just such a disadvantage to all the other teams, especially like in the Central Division, like a prime example of that. Like you're telling me they have to start on the road because of that, or even worse. Let's say Utah catches up to them. Congratulations, you have to play the Avalanche, and you made the like. I don't. It's such a horrible concept, and Gary Bettman is just such a joke of commissioner. I think everything he does is so unserious. You guys see the other day with the Winnipeg Jets and their records, like they were like he was like, there's a process to it. We don't even know what it looks like at the end. How do you not know what it looks like? It's literally just combining stats. Yeah, Gary Bettman is literally of a commissioner in the
I'm glad this sentiment is being shared among the Americans, because up here, in the Great White North, we don't like that man. That man is like he is Satan. Like Gary Bettman is Satan. He's done he's done so much to hurt the sport, and he's like ridiculous. Like the bullshit ideas he comes up with don't work, or they're very frowned upon. That's why all of his announcements are like 4 a.m.
Listen. He's done a lot of good things. He's brought a lot of teams to the NHL. He's had some good decisions. That's great. You are like 75. Retire.
Leave.
Find a beach. Go to a beach and just live there for the rest of your life.
You need to leave.
Why are you working? Same thing. It's same thing. Like when like Lou Lamoriello was working for the Islanders, and he was just like, running that team to the ground. Like, dude, like, go to a beach. Go live your life. Like, why are like?
Hang on. Gary, look at me. Team, hands in the middle. Come on, hands in the middle. Come on, let's do it. Hands in the middle. Cancun on 3. Break. Let's go.
Yeah, that's where it needs to go. Like, Gary Bettman is such a joke. I think we need to go back to the 1v8. I think whoever comes in after him will make that change immediately. Just
probably Bill Daly.
Anybody with a brain will see, hey, why should a team that's third in the NHL play the second best team on the road, even though they were third?
And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this because I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it's brought up, it might be discussed. Do you ever think there's a world where we don't have any conferences? We go to 1 versus 16.
So, like, we could end up with a Montreal-Toronto Stanley Cup final, for example.
Yes, no conferences.
I'm not big on that.
I hate it too. I think you should play the teams in your conference because that's how the geography works, and I think we need that for this.
Why should LA play Florida in the first round? Like, no.
I
Travel is awful.
I'll spin off that. I think I could see a world where we maybe somewhat get rid of the divisions. And you just focus on the conference, but
divisions I don't hate. I wouldn't hate divisions being gone. Because then, if you bring in the 1v8, what's the point of having divisions?
Exactly.
I would rather have the divisions be split up into 4s.
So, like,
and hear me out. Hear me out. The divisional winner gets into the playoffs, and the rest are wild cards.
So, like the MLB, more or less.
Yeah, basically.
NFL.
More the NFL with an extra wild card.
I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to. I'm like, the NHL wants to do their own thing. Whatever. I don't think
what you're going with, but
because it used to be before this new system there was 3 divisions, and there was 5 teams in each division, and the winner of the division got into the playoffs. That's just how it worked.
Didn't the winner get like the top 3?
Yeah, one of the top 3 seeds. Yeah, they were guaranteed top 3 seeds.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm big on that. I would like a 1v8.
I think 1v8 is, but they had the 1v8 with this rule though, Evan.
They did.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that's what it was 1v8. But let's say, for example, New Jersey won the so-called Metro, and they had a worse record than 4, 5, 6. They'd still be the 3rd seed.
Yeah. Okay. Ignore the Gen Z kid who hasn't seen anything.
Who didn't live through that era of NHL hockey?
No, I was literally like -10 when that shit was going on.
That's what it used to look like pre Detroit Columbus moving to the east.
You don't know what the Northeast Division.
I don't know what it was. Okay, anyway, moving on from that discussion, we got some other news here to talk about. The NHL is working on changing the NHL Draft weekend in 2026. They might put the first and second round together. So I want to start this off. Tim, I'm going to put you to the side for a minute because you weren't around when we were doing this in the draft. LeBlanc, do you remember when we did the draft? Do you remember how long that was?
Yes.
So I want to put this into perspective. Let me pull up the length of the draft when we live streamed it last year. So for those who don't know, it's an annual tradition. Me and LeBlanc will always stream the draft. It's like an annual tradition we do on the MVP and all that stuff. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's cool and all. You know how long the draft was? And we didn't even go through like 3/4 of it. 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
We got to like pick 19 before my computer was like, nah, I'm out. That is bad. That is horrible. That draft was like 5 hours because every single time they would go into the draft room. And that was the worst idea ever.
And half of the shit didn't work.
With that one girl that I've never seen before in my entire life. And then, yeah. Do you remember when James Higgins went up to talk to the Boston people? Couldn't even fucking hear him. What the? You couldn't even freaking hear him. Like they're staring at Higgins is staring at them, and it wasn't even working. Because they have to decentralize. That's not changing, by the way. That's not changing.
It's not going to change. But like the draft was their best event, and they said, you know what? Let's dip our hands in the soup. Like let's mix it up. Let me get these croutons here, just just mush them up. Because
I get
I get every league has their draft decentralized, but like the NHL didn't, and you know what happened? We had more trades happen. We had more, and basically the NHL GM meetings and the draft combined, so more shit got done.
It was way more like unique.
Like it was a spectacle. It was a spectacle. It was an event. Like basically the stars were out. Like if you could say it like that.
Yeah, so I don't like it when the NHL tries to copy other leagues. Like I really don't. I'm really not big on that. Like you need to just do your own thing, honestly. And that's why I'm not big on them going to that playoff format you suggested and going back to it. Like I'm not. You need to do your own thing. Maybe like I get it because like sometimes all the NHL teams didn't want to go because it costed a lot of money and then you had to go home and all that stuff. But then other teams complain about how it, like, literally the year afterwards, they complain about how, like, oh, it's still so much money to get all these people over and stuff. It sucks. I felt like it was its own unique thing, and I thought it was very, very cool. But they have to ruin everything they touch, don't they? Like, Gary Bettman is just like what's the opposite of gold? He just touches, everything he touches turns to shit. Turns to literal poop. It's like, he fucking touches the draft, it turns to shit. Like, that's what I think of Gary Bettman. So anyway, the NHL is thinking about changing these things. They thought about combining the first and second rounds together. I like that idea.
Okay, here's the thing. You need to start the draft at 2:00 then.
Yeah, the draft needs to start earlier. But they said they may shorten the first round. Like, I think if you're going to do that, you need to do interviews for the top 10 and then leave it alone. Don't do them anymore. Or you do them when they're on the clock.
Yeah, when it was decentralized, they had the interview every time. Like, if they're gonna do that, combine the rounds, you need to shorten the pick time.
That too. Or you know what you could do? Do you remember when they did the draft house? They wouldn't start the clock until after they were in the draft house. That was the worst part about it. That's why the draft was like 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's why it was 5 hours, because like you waited to do the draft clock until after they were done with the draft room. So like you went through the draft room for like 5 or 6 minutes. You heard all these players talk, and I'm like, listen, like I really don't care. Just tell me the pick. Like I don't want to hear these GMs talk. I did it. Did you care, LeBlanc?
Growing up, I always like to hear why the GMs picked the player. Why they always say like why him, and they would explain why. I did enjoy that when it was centralized. Now it's like in the draft house, you see like Matthew Sherry got picked. He's having an emotional moment, and this girl, so Matthew, like I don't want to see it. Like let's all talk to the GM right now. Like like I don't need that. I just give him the phone, have him give him the phone, tell the GM, and then let's move the fuck on. Like it's not rocket science. Why it takes so long? And here's the thing: the draft attendance last year was awful.
It was. So, Tim, what is your 2 cents on this before I continue?
Yeah, if they're gonna go 2 rounds, that shit, and they're gonna start it at 7, that shit's going until 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
if they have it currently the way they are.
Yes, if it goes the way it is, because I remember I got done with work that day. I got done with work at 5, and I drove to see my buddy in Indiana. I started watching the draft. Not watching, but I had the draft on my phone while I was driving so I could listen to it. I got there to his house in Indiana at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. No, like 9:30, 10. I'm like, okay. And it was pick 17.
Yeah, we weren't even halfway through, and it was like 11 o'clock.
And
I started that at like 6. It was light out. I went outside at like...
And my buddy and I went to a couple bars in Indiana that day too. We were about to leave the bar because it was 1 a.m, and the draft's still going.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
It went to midnight at least.
Yeah,
like,
at 12:30 when the last pick happened.
Like 12:30, and the draft is still going.
I know it wasn't LA.
That's insane.
I know it wasn't LA, but Jesus Christ. Like, you can't be having that.
No, like it was just this can't be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Evan, a centralized draft, that was the NHL's thing.
Yeah.
Like that was our thing. Where the GMs of each team made the pick. It wasn't the commissioner making the pick.
I am telling you, Gary Bettman has the poop touch. He touches anything, it turns to shit.
I will 100%.
Well, it wasn't Bettman who made the pitch. Didn't they have like a celebrity for each like team or something?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's right.
They did that too, and that took so much time.
It's like, look, here comes, what was it? Who picked for Buffalo? The Goo Goo Dolls. And they're like, yeah, Buffalo, yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up, make the fucking pick, get off the fucking stage. Like, I'm so done with this fucking draft.
Remember Charles Barkley announced the Flyers pick?
Oh my God.
He's like, like this incessant, like, boomer babbling. Like, and then I'm like, bro, just make the pick.
Charles Barkley? What the hell does he have anything to do with hockey? I look, actually, I don't have a huge problem with that as long as it's not like a big fucking thing.
Yeah, no, like,
I don't have a problem with it as long as it's not a big thing.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing for a draft presenter. Say hello. Say thank you to whoever hosted, yada, yada, yada.
Congratulations to the Panthers.
Yeah, congratulations to yada, yada. Or, like, say, like, fans at the draft party. Then make the pick. Don't go any further than that. Hello, thank you, goodbye. Like, that's all you gotta do.
Honestly, no, that's what it needs to be.
They all got like a speech. It was so weird. Anyway, I got a bunch of other things I want to bring up.
Yeah.
First of all, they're getting rid of the draft house. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's gone.
Thank God.
That's gone. Praise the Lord. That's not happening.
Crazy.
Something else that may happen. Broadcast interviews per prospect, which currently do up to 2 to 3 with all the rights holders and broadcast, could be limited to just one reporter conducting the interview for all the various networks in one go.
Okay.
So it could be like, let's say Emily Kaplan could do it and she'd represent like ESPN, Sportsnet. You could have like, I'm trying to think of a
Kyle
Bukowski to do one.
I would love Kyle Bukowski to do it because I think he's one of the best.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of names here. But,
another change that's being considered is the reconfigurations of seats so prospects don't have to walk up as far. I kind of agree with that. I mean, like,
we had dudes in like the second deck last year.
I do know them. They want to like sit with their families.
Yeah,
I get that. I mean, like, you got to like figure out like how that would work.
Yeah. Why don't we do a green room like the NFL does?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So,
a green room is a room behind the stage where all the prospects sit with their families.
So, okay. Like 2 years ago, I'm bringing the NFL up for this because 2 years ago the NFL draft was in Detroit, and so I went to the first round. Like and the whole draft was outside, so the whole thing is just packed with fans. But they have this whole like backstage area and with tables and everything, and at each table there's the player, there's the agent, there's their families. It's a certain amount of people invited to the draft who they think are going to go in the first round. And then everybody else is at home with their families. If you're not one of those invited players in the green room, you're at home with a bunch of cameras with your families. So, like, you would get called out, you would get picked, You would walk through a tunnel, and all the fans would see you, and then you would see the commissioner. Take a picture, do an interview, and leave.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not great. I would like that. And then finally, again, shorting the rounds from drafts 1 to 2 and then 3 to 7 on day 2. I think that's a little bit. Even Friedman said in his Saturday Night Headlines, he said that's very ambitious. The thing is like, how would that work? Like, how would you be able to do that logistically? That's 64 picks in one night.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that from like a 6 p.m. window to a 10 p.m. window?
Here's the thing: the draft's always been long because the draft always at 7, but it doesn't start till like 7:30 technically, and then
that's fine. I'm fine with that.
And that's fine. That's usually like
fucking 2 a.m.
But like, you need to get a 7:30 start time. You need to have that end at least by 12:30.
Yeah. I feel like 6 p.m. goes on till 12 or goes on till 11. I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
As well as that too. As for the city host, there's a couple of cities that are in the mix. Montreal is interested, of course.
Again.
Why not just do it from Montreal every year?
Really?
Like, can't we just like? Why do we got to do it from the same cities? Can we just go back to the other cities now?
No, I like it when they spread it around because you get to see the city. No, it's not like, I don't know, the NBA did it for years where their draft was always it still is at Madison Square Garden, or it's at the Barclays Center. Same with the NFL. The NFL for years had their draft. It moves
around now. The NBA.
Yeah, for years the NFL had their draft at Radio City Music Hall every year, and then they finally did this like kind of world tour thing.
I feel like the All-Star game, I feel like that would be great. Because at least the All-Star game was trash, but they went to all these other cities and it made it an event for the cities. I wish like that the NHL would like go around to other cities for the draft, because they went to Philadelphia in 2014. They went to Ottawa one year. They went to Florida one year. They were in Vancouver one year. They went to Nashville the year Bedard was drafted.
Vegas.
I like when they go around. Why would you go back to Montreal? They went to Montreal like 4 years ago. No. I say no. They were in the Sphere in 24. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to pick a place that I don't think I've ever seen a draft from there. Toronto. I don't think they've ever had the draft in Toronto. Detroit.
No, Toronto definitely has.
It has, but not in the last 20 years.
Maybe not in our lifetime, but
it has. But like not in the last 20 years at least.
Yeah, not in the last 20 years.
I think Seattle could host it. I think Seattle would be a good host.
Minnesota could.
Minnesota's done it before. I know in my time there has been in Minnesota.
I have a quote up here.
But like Columbus, Edmonton would be cool, I think.
So they held it in Montreal from 1963 to 1984. I think I'm okay with not going to Montreal.
We don't need to go there anymore.
I don't say you need to go there ever, but like let's spread the love around a little bit.
Let's give it some years here.
Yeah, like I mean,
so they haven't been to Toronto since 2002, which is kind of wild. Like, you think they've been kind of wild
when you talk about Toronto, especially in Canada, it's like the outside of Montreal, it's like the center of hockey. Like, most of the Canadians who do come out of the programs are from the GTA.
Yeah, I also think it's like an opportunity too for fans of these teams to go to the draft in their city.
Yeah,
you're telling me Tim, you're telling me if the draft came to Detroit, you wouldn't go?
Oh no, I'm 100% there.
Exactly. Like that. It creates an opportunity for fans of teams to go to their places. You know a city that I wouldn't be opposed to? Utah. Give Utah one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It seems like Utah's going to get a draft within the next couple of years just because of
They're
the
get a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Between Ryan Smith and Bettman.
Bring him in. Come on, do it. Why not? I don't understand. Yeah, just like I don't understand why.
You know what would be weird? Hear me out. Now, don't stop at me. But like, it'd be the most Gary Bettman thing of all time.
No, God.
A neutral site draft.
It would be. It would be.
Welcome to Kansas City, Missouri. Like some bullshit like that. Like,
That would do horrible though.
Here's
I
my
don't
problem
understand
with
why they
this.
would ever do that.
Here's my problem with this now. Now that you said it, it has been spoken into existence, and I fear that this shit is going to happen.
Yep.
Welcome to
Yep.
Portland,
If this
Oregon.
happens- If this happens,
Oh
go
my
back to this day, and we will blame you. At least
Yes,
I will.
Portland. No, did I say Kansas City, Missouri? I meant Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes, the Kansas City,
That's
Kansas.
even, oh God, that's even
Yeah.
worse.
So we are coming up on an hour here. We do need to move on. Sidney Crosby becomes the all-time Penguins points leader, passing Mario Lemieux. He did this just today. Just want to give a congratulations to him. Hey, Mario Lemieux was a great player. Crosby is an even better player now. He's breaking a lot of records. He's not, and like again, like people don't really realize this. When you look at the all-time points leaders, Crosby's like not that far back of a lot of guys.
He's 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not that far away from Stevie Y either. Like he's within shouting distance of Stevie Y. Hasn't been updated yet. Stevie Y is at 1,755. By the end of things, if he gets to let's say 1,800 points, which I mean like he's like 80 away from that. Do you guys see him playing another year after this one? He has 1 year left on his deal after this one.
I think
he'll play that year and then he'll be done. I want to say though, Crosby, like here's the thing, in my childhood, Crosby tortured me from all those Penguins teams that beat the Senators in the playoffs. But now that I'm what?
He tortured you. I lost a cup.
Yeah, so did I, Tim. What's your point?
Not by Crosby.
Man, take me back to 2012.
But as an adult, I've come to appreciate him as a player, and big congrats. But here's the thing: now that he's done everything he could do in a Penguins uniform, it's time to get traded.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh God, here we go. All right, on the segment right here.
I'm going to say this, and you guys didn't let me finish my point. He could get the top 5 in all-time points in NHL history.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he plays next year, and even after that, he's like, I want to come back for another year or two. Like, he could realistically get to third. Is it that crazy? He's at 1,724 points right now. Is it that crazy that he could get into the top 5? Now, the top 5 is Ron Francis, 1,798.
Top
could
5,
he could get at the end of his career?
He could easily get top 5.
Yeah,
he could probably have top 5 by the end of next year.
Maybe even by the beginning of next year. Like he's not, and again, like we're in December. He's already passed Lemieux. He's 30 points back of Stevie Y. He's 50 back of Dion. I think he could get to 6 by the end of the season.
Oh, 100%.
Or close to it.
He'll
and
be
then
close.
He's only like a shouting distance away from 5. And if he decides like I'm going to come back for another year or two, which it's Crosby, who knows? Like he's not.
I don't know if he could catch Messier at 1887.
No, I don't think he catch Messier. I think he can catch Francis.
I think he could get Howe. Maybe. If he
At
plays another
1850?
3 years. But I don't know if he plays 3 more years.
I don't know.
What's I'm looking up what his points are now, just so I can just like calculate.
1724.
I meant this season, Tim.
Oh, this season. Okay.
I'm doing his projected.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see what I got.
He has 37 points in 35 games played. 20 goals.
He is on pace for 87 points.
Of course.
Ain't
Of course.
that just 87 points?
Really?
So he's 38. By the end of his contract, he'll be 40. Could you guys see him playing another 2 years after that?
I can't see him playing past 40.
I can.
It depends.
Crosby, so in a way, I could see it, but
I think it depends on where Pittsburgh is. Like, if Pittsburgh is a bottom feeder and when he's done that contract, I think he retires.
How many more years are on his deal? Let me look
1.
that up.
I mean, who knows?
Oh, next year's the last year of his deal.
If Pittsburgh gets some lottery luck, which I hope not, but like if they do, like I realistically,
why would you say that? Why would you speak it? Where my belt at?
We already spoken into existence like 2 years. I could really see him getting the 3rd. Like, and you guys might call me crazy, but like I can see it. I can see it happening. So I wanted to bring that up because it is a really fun question to discuss because Crosby, he's got a couple more years left. He just passed the all-time record for the Penguins. So congratulations to him. But like this guy realistically could get himself into the top 5 by the end of his career. And like that is truly an unbelievable feat. Like, I mean, like, again, we're very early into a lot of these players' careers, but like who knows if any of these current guys will catch Crosby? Like realistically, do you guys think any of these guys that are playing currently who are younger could catch Crosby? Like Celebrini, Bedard, McKenna, could any of them get to Crosby?
I can't.
I was about to say McDavid
for sure. Like it's.
Yeah, exactly.
It's. I'm not gonna come in here and boldly state that Macklin Celebrini is gonna be Sidney Crosby.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to say that, but yeah,
I mean,
man,
if you
I
want
don't
to,
know.
go for it.
It's a really fun discussion to have. It's really fun.
Maybe McDavid.
Yeah, I feel
McDavid
like
might be the only one.
he's the only one who could do it, but
I mean, he's on an unbelievable pace. Like he's only
he's
like
on his own
I'm-
pace, so-
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this: McDavid will never be compared to Crosby until he wins a cup.
we just turned it into a McDavid. How could I make this about the Oilers? Yes.
I'm not an Oilers fan.
Not again. Not again.
You're right.
You're not wrong though.
All right, we got 2 more things to talk about here. I know the last thing's going to take a little bit, so I want to move on. The San Jose Sharks will not be loaning Sam Dickinson to the Team Canada team for the U20 World Juniors. So will the Kraken not loaning Berkeley Ken. And both of those, I totally understand. That makes a ton of sense. I think if, hypothetically, for example, let's say Tim Stutzler's playing on the Senators and he's doing so well right now, LeBlanc would not want them to be loaned to Team Germany. I know you might be upset with this because, like, you know, these guys are Canada boys, but, like, I understand from a team perspective.
Hang on. I have a quote here about how I feel. I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later. I'm gonna hurt some people.
No, I'm not helping you. No, I'm not helping you. No.
That's a quote from the town, and the line supposed to back to me is, "Whose car are we gonna take?"
Yes, I know that.
All
right.
Here's the thing. I get it, but like, I'm sorry, Sam Dickinson's not playing every game of the San Jose Sharks. Come on down. Like, come on. Like, let him develop. You can't let him develop if you're going to keep him on the bench all the time. And I know you're shaking your head, Tim, because you don't want the Canada to win that gold medal on that U.S. soil. Same with Berkeley Ken. Come on down. Come on, let's go. Let's get this gold. We need to win. We got no excuses anymore. Come on.
He was there last year.
And he can come back this year. Let's go.
So you want to run back a team that lost to Latvia?
How about...
Oh!
Yes, that was their performance in the World Juniors last year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know, LeBlanc. I don't know if you want to bring back those guys.
It's a better team this year than it was last year already. I'm going to say that right now. It's a better team already.
Yeah, I will agree. So I do want to say this. I wanted to bring that up real quickly because the World Juniors are going to be before the next time we record. We will be making a World Junior preview, whether that's with or without me. It'll be LeBlanc and Tim most likely, but that is coming. Expect that likely on Christmas Eve or even Christmas Day. Expect that soon. So that will be coming this week for sure. We had internal discussions about it. We're not sure if we want to do it, but we'll see, of course. So there's that. Another quick hit. So today the Oilers played the Vegas Golden Knights, and Connor Ingram made his Oilers debut. 26 saves on 29 shots. That is a .897 save percentage, but they won the game.
How can I make this about the Oilers?
Hey, I went to my own Oilers topic. So,
this is a chance for Ingram to make a huge statement. Like with Jari being out, what it was 2 to 4 weeks, I believe, is what they said.
Yeah, of course. By the way, and
Yeah,
by the way, I was streaming that game, so you can blame me, what Oilers fans.
But like this is his chance of just prove himself again, because you don't have much competition. You're going up against fucking Calvin Pickard, who's the worst save percentage in the NHL, by the way.
Yep.
And then, well, granted, then you go to Ingram, who had the worst save percentage in the AHL. Ooh, boy, this is bleak, but Yeah, Ingram, this is your chance. Now's your chance, buddy. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah,
And we
we'll see
know
what
he
happens.
has it in him because we've seen it in Utah.
Yeah, I wish nothing but the best for Ingram. He was such a great goalie in Utah. I wish nothing but the best for him. All right. Let's move on to the hot topics around sports. So there's a couple MLB related things.
Hold up. I got one more topic before we get into hot topics around sports.
Okay.
How about the Canucks?
Oh,
The Vancouver Canucks. They're undefeated since trading Quinn Hughes, and some things have come out. And what? Sorry.
Do you think they're trading that first round pick now?
Oh God.
I swear to God. But here's the thing. There was also a report that came out that, quote, Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson grew apart after Quinn Hughes was sick of Pettersson's work ethic. And the thing is, Quinn Hughes defended Elias Pettersson in the JT Miller v. Pettersson beef.
He defended
behind
Miller?
closed doors. He defended Pettersson.
He defended Petey.
Well, maybe because Miller was fucking expressive about it, and Hughes was like, "No, let's not be." Maybe Miller was mean about it.
I'm sorry, JT Miller. You have no right to come in and blame someone else's work ethic. I've seen you on the ice. Let's be real.
He's injured. He's injured now.
Yes, I know he's injured, but the Canucks have been rolling since the trade. Liam Ogren's looked really good for the Canucks too. See, Boyum has been really good. Marco Rossi, I don't think he's on the score sheet yet. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
I will believe it when I see it.
Yeah, but they're on the road doing this too. They've been on their road trip.
That's right.
They're 5-0 on this road trip.
I'm not big on it. Not gonna lie.
And when they beat Philly on Monday, what are you going to say then?
I'll hate them.
On Prime Monday Night Hockey.
They'll trade their first to us for Travis Konechny or something. I don't know. Or Rasmus Ristolainen. All right.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Vancouver's on this territorial run. They're going to make the playoffs now. No, they're still not making the playoffs. But it's nice to see them get back to where I would assume they would have been last when we did the standings picks, I guess.
Yes. We'll see. It's still early. I don't know. We'll see. Hot topics around sports. Couple MLB related things here before we get into the college football fun. Munetaka Murakami is on the move to the Chicago White Sox. Now, Tim brought up a really good point in our last episode saying that Murakami, he only had a couple days to sign with a new team. I think the deadline was tomorrow, technically?
Yeah, he had to sign today.
Yes. And now he is signed with the Chicago White Sox. So clearly, I see that and I say there was not a lot of interest from what I can tell. But what do we think about this?
This tells me that a lot of teams were scared of the swing and miss issues that are in that bat.
Yeah, he has a lot of problem with strikeouts, right?
Yeah, he's got what I said to my buddy today, because he said Murakami is easily a guy who could hit 30 to 40 jacks a year. But he's also a guy who could strike out 250 to 300 times a year.
I'm going to say something.
I'm like, okay, so this is Riley Green. Got it.
I'm going to say something
because it was brutal.
I'm going to say something you're not going to like it. You're not going to like what I have to say. Do you know who also struggled with the Japanese fastball? Shohei Ohtani.
Now
Murakami is not. He's not Shohei Ohtani. What?
You're right. I don't like hearing that, especially because he's in my division. So how about we just keep that part away from me?
He's not Shohei Ohtani. I'm gonna pick right now. He's not Shohei. But I'm just saying, the greatest player in baseball right now struggled with the Japanese fastball when he came over to the Angels. So the Japanese fastball might be something. It's a different animal over there. In the end, it was it's like the NBP. Yeah.
NPB. The other thing that was weird about this is that it was
a Nord Block podcast league.
Yes. The other thing that was weird about it was that it was only a 2-year deal.
That's a little weird too.
Like-
I was like, huh.
This is the White
He's
Sox. They don't
20,
like to spend money.
Especially, that's true.
That's also true.
The most
also
money they've
true.
given out to a free agent is $75 million to Andrew Benintendi. And that
And
was
he
like
was
2 or
ass.
3 years ago.
That's right.
That man is ass, by the way.
Yeah,
But
he is so bad.
no, like Murakami's 25. Like most people going into free agency, everybody was talking about him like he was going to get 150 mil over like 10 years or something like that. And now you're telling me he's getting 2 years for 34?
Well, it sounded like his market wasn't good enough. Wasn't
Yeah.
Wasn't
No, the
there.
market, clearly the market wasn't there for him, that it took up until the day before his posting window ended for him to sign. So, like, that says everything you need to know right there. But I don't like it that because he's in my division, I'm going to have to deal with that for 2 years. So that's fun. But it's the White Sox. So I think we can manage that. God,
Boom me.
Also in news today, Wilson Contreras, LeBlanc, hold your statement, was traded to the Cardinals from the Red Sox. LeBlanc, what did you say to us in the group chat?
I hate this division. However, Wilson's kind of washed, though. I will.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Like, I'm a little bit new to baseball still. I don't know everybody. What's describe this guy for me?
He's a catcher.
He was good back
Isn't
in
he?
2016 with the Cubs.
He's first baseman.
I thought he was a catcher. I don't know why I thought
He
he
was a catcher.
Yeah, see, I'm right. I know my stuff.
He was a catcher with the Cubs. He was part of that 2016 team. Then his contract ended. He signed with St. Louis. Halfway through his contract in St. Louis is like, hey, you're not that good defensively behind the plate. We're going to move you to first base, which is where he's at now. And now he just got traded to Boston. But, like,
We'll see.
James is freaking out about this. I'm like, okay, it's Wilson Contreras going to Boston. This doesn't move me.
Yeah, it doesn't really move me either. I didn't really know
That
this
man
one
is
was.
washed, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, anything that makes the Red Sox become better, I don't like that. I don't like that. Listen, this is not the AL. This is not the AL Central. Okay, this is the AL East. This is the group of death. This is hell on earth. This is, oh, what fresh hell is this?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how my division took a shot there, but okay.
Okay.
Your division.
Moving on from that, then,
As it should.
college football playoffs, round number 1.
I was wrong. You were wrong, Tim.
So hang on. Let me say my piece first. I'm going to let them go into it. I'm going to mute my mic and just let them discuss all of the games that happen because, again, you guys know that I'm not big on it. So go ahead, guys.
I was right. You were wrong.
Well, for starters, the group of 5 teams, they let me down. I was expecting more of a fight. What was that? Especially at Tulane. I thought there was going to be more fight there, but that was bad.
Tulane just pissed me off. Like, you have a chance while the team, almost is in shambles to do something. Nah, we're not going to put up much of a fight. JMU put up a fight at least. They put up 34 points.
Yes,
I am heartbroken that my team got eliminated. I took off work today. Like I couldn't go to work. I couldn't leave my bed. I haven't seen the sun all day.
It's because you woke up at 4.
Fuck off. No, I didn't.
No.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right, go back to your little.
He sucks.
Let's talk about group of 5 teams let us down. They were expected to lose anyway. Let's talk about A&M putting up like no touchdowns at home and missing. Yes, fine, God. I watched that first half and the second half, but was it like let's miss a field goal day? Like every kick was wide.
Wide right, wide left.
Wide right, wide left, off the bar, blocked. Like every combination of like kick miss was achieved that game.
Yeah, it was the
And
sloppiest football I've ever
pretty sure me and you also said we thought it was going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I didn't trust either defense. I
thought
they
this was
to be offense heavy.
This was the first time we've had 2 higher seeds lose at home in the college football playoff.
Yeah,
but this Marcel Reed just choking.
Neither team wanted to win that game.
Yeah, and I told you when we did the preview that I think A&M they're chokers. They've always been chokers. They always will be chokers, and they choked.
This is true. You did say that.
Alabama, Oklahoma. Yeah. Bama, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's up 17-0. Alabama comes back and beats them in Norman. That's huge. That's huge for the Tide. That's huge for the Tide. And that's huge for Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah. Miami, Oklahoma, for me, that game came down to 2 plays. The dropped punt.
You mean Bama, Oklahoma?
I said Miami, Oklahoma, didn't I? Yeah. Bama, Oklahoma. That came down to 2 plays by Oklahoma. That's what sealed the game. The dropped punt. And I don't mean a returner dropped the punt, Evan. The punter dropped the ball as he was trying to punt it.
I don't know what that means.
Punter's the guy who kicks it away, and he dropped the ball when he got the ball.
Well, what a fuck.
So it's like this.
Why did you drop the ball?
Like, that's literally what happened.
His whole job is to just catch the ball and kick it away. As he went to kick it, he dropped it and missed.
I would have did that.
And then
block.
And then Oklahoma gets the ball back, and Mateer makes one of the worst decisions I've ever seen on a pick six.
Yeah, that was bad.
When I saw Bama get that pick, when that went for a pick six, I looked to the guys that I coach with, because we had just got done coaching our game, and we were getting some food after that. And I looked at them. I said, "Bama's winning this game." Like, what? I'm like, those 2 plays just cost Oklahoma the game. And sure enough, it cost them the game. You lost because of that. Which leads us into the quarters, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Quarters, you got any? Want us to do our now picks? Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, we can run over that quick.
Yes.
Just the quarters, not the whole bracket, just the quarters.
Oh, yeah, just the quarters.
I'm taking Indiana over Bama, though I think Bama has a shot to beat Indiana. But it'll be a really good game. I think Indiana comes out on top. The next one's going to be Miami, OSU. Miami. I think that's Ohio State. If Ohio State I'd be so shocked if Ohio State ended up losing that game.
I'll put it like this. If Ohio State loses, Evan is getting more money.
Really?
Maybe.
How much more money?
50.
Tim's money. Tim's money, not my money.
No, it's James's money. It's James's money. I got to say that right now.
They're playing Bama, right?
No, it's Miami, Ohio State.
Oh, let's go, partner. Let's go, partner. Let's go.
I would love to see an upset there, though. I would love to see Miami upset Ohio State. The next one is Georgia Ole Miss. Give it the Dogs.
Yeah, Dogs are gonna.
Yeah,
like
you said, like good night, Irene. Like it's just
good night.
Like I don't see a way Ole Miss comes out of that. And then the last one is Tech Oregon.
That's gonna be a game.
In my original bracket I picked Oregon, but give me Tech.
Yeah, I picked Tech, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm sticking with Tech.
I picked Oregon, but after seeing how much JMU put up a good fight against Oregon, Oregon's what about chokers? Oregon is a choker as well. So I'm gonna go Tech. That is me picking all the buys to win, and watch what happens. I'm gonna be wrong.
I mean, that's both of us picking all the buys to win.
What else is new?
Yeah.
No, but because last season all the buys lost.
They did, yeah. The other thing about this playoff that I saw on social media that was pissing me off, all these Notre Dame fans. Oh, we would have done better than the group of 5 teams. Yeah, maybe, but here's the problem: win your games.
Yeah, when you're
complaining because you didn't get in.
No, I saw from them, and I saw Texas fans. Oh, well, we beat Oklahoma, and we beat who else did they beat? That was in the playoff. We beat Oklahoma and we beat they didn't beat Bama, did they?
They beat A&M.
And then we beat A&M. Here's the idea. Don't lose to Florida.
Yeah. Don't lose games you shouldn't lose, and we don't have this issue.
I know, and I hate the honestness right now. I hate this discussion. Oh, we should expand the playoff. No, I'll be honest. It's fine how it is. Win your conference, win your games. Stop bitching and moaning because back in the day there was no fucking playoff. It's either if you went undefeated and made the championship, or you went to your ball game. Yes, Evan.
Yes, Evan.
Maybe join a conference.
I was just about to say that for Notre Dame too. Yes, Notre Dame, join a fucking conference.
Don't be a little bitch. Oh, we're gonna be independent. We're gonna be independent.
No, the word is what is it? What is it? It's like Catholic, proud, independent. Like
we're gonna be
for every other sport though. They're in a fucking conference.
Football's the only one they're not in a conference for. It pisses me off.
Yeah, the only important one.
Because the reason is the Notre Dame brand is it's a very large, lucrative brand. So if they go to a conference is getting some of their brand money.
Who cares?
Well, there's that.
About money, then?
It's also a TV. It also has to do with the TV rights.
TV deal because they have a TV right with NBC. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, NBC. Meanwhile, the ACC, the SEC, are ESPN. Now the Big Ten is. Well, they could join the Big Ten because the Big Ten has a media right deal with goddamn NBC.
They do, yeah.
Notre Dame, wake the fuck up!
In this new age of college football, in the new age of college football, it's join a conference or die. And the thing I hate about they're like guaranteed a playoff spot next year if like they win 10 games. That's the stupidest shit ever.
That pissed me off when I read that.
And I'll be honest, Notre Dame, here's an idea. Win the games you're supposed to win. Like, I'm sorry, you lost to A&M on the last minute. You lost to Miami on the last minute. You win those games, you're in. It's problem solved. Because the rest of your schedule is the rest of your schedule is soft.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it was just.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Anything else?
In the NFL world, how about the Panthers? Huh?
Any thoughts on the Saints, LeBlanc?
No comment.
I refuse to comment on the I refuse to comment on the NFL for fear of getting fined.
The refs screwed Tim's team over. There we go. I said it.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Are the Lions out now?
No, but we need the Packers to lose out, and we have to win out.
You won't make the playoffs? What the hell happened?
Injuries. A lot of them.
Wow. It's almost like that matters. It's almost like it matters, huh? Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, that will do it for this episode of the MVP. Thank you all so much for watching, and hey, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy
Festivus.
Happy whatever you celebrate.
Happy normal Thursday to those who just don't celebrate anything and they're Ebenezer Scrooges.
Or as we like to call it, Thursday.
just like American Thanksgiving. All right. Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next episode.
Ciao.
I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Man, I just do what I do. To know if I do, I just do what I do. Check. That's the intro. See that? Yeah. I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Yo, check. Let me flip this script. I feel privileged for all who can witness this. I am close to divine. Know the moment is mine, need no omen or sign. Providing a back sound to all the squares that ask around. Be getting it, my skills pay me. Trying to get a million, baby, with an adopted flow that God gave me. Me now. Tell whoever runners that they spot is temporary till I take it, it's mine. I'm selfish. Your will. Tell Miss I'm on my wealth tip. So when we cash out soon, I'm just investing. Hey, know yes men. I've been a legend since before mom and dad had me and was best friends. I chew through comp, don't test them. I chew on tracks, cause after that I bless them. I just do what I do. You see me? I just do what I do. I just do what I do. I don't know about you. I just do what I do. Check. I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Feel me? I just do what I do. I don't know about you. I just do what I do.